Welcome to Algebra 1 CST release question number 73. It says, how many times does a graph of y equals 2x squared minus 2x plus 3 intersect the x-axis? So let's think about the quadratic formula first of all. The quadratic formula, we've done this for quite a few questions in these past, like 8 or 9 questions or so. This has popped up quite a bit. You've got x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now what determines how many times it crosses the x-axis is this part right here. It's the part that discriminates. It's called the discriminant. So we're going to look at this again. We talked about the discriminant a few questions ago. We're going to talk about it again here. This discriminant, it discriminates how many times this will happen. So could we graph this and see visually how many times it does cross the x-axis? Absolutely. Do we have to do that though? No, we can just look at the discriminant and determine it from there. So the discriminant, this b squared minus 4ac, if it is greater than 0, then we're going to say it has, or we know it has, 2 solutions. It crosses the graph 2 times. So 2 solutions, or it crosses 2 real solutions. I should be more precise there. 2 real number solutions. It crosses the graph, crosses the x-axis, to word it like they have here, crosses x-axis 2 times. If this was equal to 0, it would have 1 real solution. Or in other words, it would cross the x-axis 1 time. And if it was less than 0, that would mean you'd have a negative underneath the square root. That means you would have 0 real solutions. You can't have a negative square root and have a real number answer. So 0 real solutions. So let's figure it out. Let's look at this and see what we got. So my a value is 2. It looks like this is already in the y equals, and then you got the rest already in order for you. So a is 2, b is negative 2, c is positive 3. What's the discriminant going to be? It's going to be, you've got, I'll go with red again, I've got b squared, so negative 2 squared minus 4 times a is 2 times c is 3. This is going to equal 4 minus, this would end up being 8 and 24. So it looks like what happens here, we get a negative for the discriminant value. Since it's a negative, that applies right here. You have something that's less than 0. That means you have 0 real solutions. So how many times is it going to cross the x-axis? That means it crosses 0 times. I should have written that, right? I could have written that under here. So it crosses 0 times. And so none, in other words, is the answer for number 73. Choice A.